if it works. Yay!
Hey, hello everybody.
Have we got anybody here yet?
Yeah, I'm sure we have. Hello everybody, if you are watching, welcome to Marella Travel, another one of our lives. Today we're going to be talking about Marella, no doubt, because that's what we talk about. Marella is what we love, and Marella is what we do a lot of our videos on. Well, if not all of our videos. However, that is due to change, and I'm going to announce it at the end of the live. But today, look about you's like, what? Don't worry.
Have you told me about it?
I've already decided what cruise ship we're going on next time. Okay, so let's start off. If somebody wants us to say hello in the chat.
Yeah, just so we know it's working.
And we got Lily here, obviously, as well.
Yeah, Lily's come to join us again.
Oh, Graham. Hello from Graham.
Hey,
Alison.
Graham. Always good to see you, Graham and Alison.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like the sound on
Just
that.
got sound on there.
We're getting feedback.
Demi Emery, hello. How are you, darling?
Hi, Demi. Diane. Diane's always good to see Diane
That's
here
really
again.
bugging me. I've got like something right there. I can't see it in
I
real
can't
life.
see it.
I can
Oh,
see it on
there.
Yeah. No, it's there.
It's
Steve, hello,
Hi,
mate.
Steve.
How are you? Katrina, hello.
Hi, Katrina.
Hello to you all. Right, we are going to start off in a minute. We're going to be talking today about all three ships, different things that we have experienced throughout all three ships, and some little hints and tips for you as well today. Who else we got here? So we said Katrina, hello.
Hey, Kane.
We said
Hey, Kane.
Kane,
Hi.
hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Robert, hey,
Kerry.
Rose, how you doing? Kerry, hello, Kerry. GJ.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you all.
Right, let's get talking. If you've got a question, folks, then please put question in capitals, followed by the question, and it's easy for us to then pick up the questions. Please, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It really helps us out a great deal. Oh, John, hello.
Oh, Troublemaker's in.
Yeah, John, I need some explaining that comment earlier. Yeah, headphones and a packet of crisps.
Even I read it. I was like, what? John lost it.
I need some explanation as long as it's not rude.
What did you say? Reappeared any headphones?
Oh.
I thought he said a bag of crisps. Oh, God, John, what are you like?
Have they cleared the blockage, though, yet? Starbucks was a little bit blocked.
What do you mean?
Near John. He was having trouble with Starbucks.
That's really annoying me.
No, they haven't. No Starbucks for you then. We got tea today. We're not drinking today.
Oh, Steve's due to go on his first cruise on Voyager. Steve, great ship you've chosen there.
My favourite.
We love
Marella.
the Voyager.
Yeah, Voyager's amazing.
It's weird though, isn't it? Because when we first went on the Voyager, we were like, it's not Discovery 2. And it's ended up, I've loved it more, I think, than I did Discovery 2. But I remember moaning about it to start with.
I think it was just the finding your way around, wasn't it? Because Discovery 2, what I loved about Discovery 2, I love the atrium, and some of the areas on Discovery 2 were like, wow, this is beautiful. And I think when you go on Marella, it's a different ship layout. And Marella was, if you remember, you could just walk one side to the other on every floor, no interruptions. It was easy to find your way around. But Voyager, when we first went on, it was a bit trickier to find your way around, but it doesn't take long, does it?
No, I mean, we weren't used to, because obviously Discovery being the first one, as many of you will know, you can walk straight through each floor, but you can't on the Voyager, which
it's
is a bit
flutes, wasn't it? Flutes.
Yeah.
You can't get past flutes on deck 5 and 6, is it?
So if you've got accessibility issues, you've got to keep going up and down lifts all the time, which is a bit of a nuisance, but it was all good in the end because we found our way around. And we ended up loving it, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we've in fairness loved all the Marella ships. So we've loved them all for different things. But if I had to pick one, I would pick the Voyager as my favourite.
Yeah,
there were different things to do on Voyager.
I am with you. However, I just got to put this out. Discovery 2 is what made me love Marella. Because if it were one for Discovery 2, it would have been moving on to P&O or Celebrity or one of the others. So Discovery has my heart a little bit because it was our introduction to Marella.
Yeah, it was our introduction.
I did love the Voyager.
But we've loved all Marella ships, haven't we?
Yeah. Should we look at some of the comments?
Voyager's a little bit better.
Some of the comments. So GJ Cooey, everyone, hello.
Hi.
We've done John, we've done Tall Bear, hello, Tall Bear.
Nikki.
Steve Marley, we are due to go on. You've done that one. I sat on my headphones. We're going on Island Cruise on Discovery 2 in December. Ooh.
Nice.
Now, I wouldn't mind knowing where you're going, because Discovery 2 that we went to Costa Rica and stuff, and you told me the other day that itinerary has gone.
Yeah, I was gutted because we did they did Cuba, Costa Rica, Panama, and I couldn't find it in the latest brochure. So I don't know whether they've done away with that one. Is that the Coconut Islands cruise? And is that the one that does places like Aruba? And
Katrina, put in the comments which set it is.
Yeah,
because we'd love to know. Okay, so John is putting, we're going on Voyager Saturday morning for a week. John, you're always on a cruise. How do you do this? Yeah. I'd love to know John's secrets.
I can't believe John's been telling me he's going on this cruise for ages, and I can't believe it's finally getting there.
I'm gutted.
You'll have to buy yourself some new headphones, though.
Yeah, definitely. Nikki has put, hi guys, question. On the first day of our Canary Island cruise on Discovery 2, the ship does leave until 11 p.m. So can we get off and see Tenerife once we've checked in? Yes, we did this in Corfu. We had a late sail away. And I think did we get off in the end, or we
didn't in the end, but we were going to, because I think we got there about 2:00 and we weren't leaving Corfu till about 8:00. So we did think that once we got on ship and had a quick bite to eat, we would go off and explore Corfu. But I think the old town was further away than we thought it was. So in the end, we decided that we wouldn't go off. But yes, as long as you're back on the ship in plenty of good time, then drop your stuff and have a quick bite to eat and go and
I definitely use it as a day.
I mean, if you're not sailing till 11,
no. But it depends on what time you land. I mean, if you're landing early, use it as a day. Go out, see things. Be knackered that night because you're going to want to sleep. Do the sail away party and then go straight to bed and then wake up fresh in the morning.
Yeah, and once you've been on board and sorted that out, you've got everything you need, then you will find that it will tell you what time the last boarding that you need to be back for. So, you can just then allow plenty of time to be back. You wouldn't want to miss the cruise the first night, would you?
Graham, sorry, we got to quickly move on to this one because this is a really important question for me. Graham has put question, what are the must-see sites in the Caribbean? We are looking at Nelson's Dockyard. We love that.
And the Pitons.
The Pitons and perhaps the, Bakia.
That's where I wanted to go. I told you I was really, really disappointed I didn't push it more for us all.
Are you having a dig?
Well, let's start with some of our favourites then.
Right, first of all, Nelson's Dockyard. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's steeped in history. It hasn't changed. It's beautiful. Celebrities have lived there. Beautiful place. If I could live anywhere in the world, honestly, Nelson's Dockyard would be one of them because it's stunning.
And it's nice because there's plenty to look around there. So we were taken out into the harbour on a boat, which was really nice, comfortable boat. And then when we got back from that, we all met in this bar and we had was it a rum punch?
We had a rum punch, but it was very cinnamony based, that one, very Christmassy.
That was nice. And then you've got time to look around and there's a beautiful hotel there. Remember going in the hotel and the Christmas tree was up and the downstairs was really old. So it was really pretty.
If you like history and see things that really haven't changed that much, this is the place for you. It's stunning. Yeah. Pretty sure it's on, I'm sure we did it on a Daily Diary video on Nelson's Dockyard.
Yeah.
Who asked the question? Was it Graham? Yeah, Graham has said, Graham, go on to our Caribbean diary entries when we were on the Voyager. It is in there. You'll see.
I think Graham's watched them all, but definitely have another look. It's beautiful there.
Okay, well, if you've seen them, the Pitons then is not a great video there because we didn't actually go close to it. Now, the first time when we went with Celebrity, we did. We went right up to it. But unfortunately, this time we were at a distance because it started raining, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a shame because I think we went by boat, catamaran, wasn't it? And we did it in 2010. We had a beautiful sunny day and it was just perfect. The views were to die for. And this time, because our friends were coming with us, we really thought, they've got to come with us to see the Pitons. We'll go back there. So we did the catamaran trip again. But unfortunately, it was a good thing because it went to Pigeon Island first and we had never been there. And so we had a bit of time at Pigeon Island. And then it had to go back on itself for miles to get to the Pitons. And by the time we got to the Pitons, it was raining. And they just didn't look like we remembered they looked in the sunshine all those years ago. So I think if you get a lovely day, then the Pitons is a brilliant place to go. They're just beautiful.
And the last one, Bakia, you need to go there as well. Because I've just had a little look on my Google here, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm a bit gutted that we didn't go.
I know. Where were we? What was the island that it's attached to that we didn't go to? Real, I wish.
I don't think Real's an island.
I don't think you'll find beaches anywhere within like thousands of miles of that. Yeah, Bakia, I really regret that I didn't push for us all to go, because it was an option to go by speedboat, and I have seen pictures of Bakia, and I just thought, it would be amazing to go there. But I did mention it, and nobody wanted to go.
Quickly moving on. I hope that's answered your questions for you. There's loads more places. We only went to those ones, but Stuart McCullough's on. Stuart's the one you said about earlier.
I think Stuart's got a question for us as well.
So we'll cover Stuart's. He's put it down there.
Got that.
So we're going to come to that, Stuart. Don't worry. We'll come there. And hello, welcome to our live.
I think we're falling behind.
We are,
aren't we?
Right. Okay. So GJ, I love the Voyager, but haven't got anything to compare it to. The Voyager is the same ship layout as the Explorer and Explorer 2. The Voyager's a lot newer. It's difficult.
I think there are things on Voyager that are new, like the Exchange is new. And we were quite disappointed on Explorer that where the Exchange is on Voyager, they've just got like a library reading room and the games room. And we absolutely love the Exchange. And then you've got things like the kitchens. Now, I wasn't a fan. Dave loved it. And from pictures I put on Facebook and everything, most people seem to love the kitchens and the concept of the kitchens. And you only get that on Voyager. On the others, you've got buffets, but on the Voyager, it's served. And there's about 8 different themed places that you can go and get different meals. What else is different on there? We had a murder mystery, which we've not had on any of the
biggest difference on the Voyager to any of the ship is the kitchen versus the buffet, and also the fact it's newer. So the decor on there is newer.
Yeah.
Not everything's been done up. There's some bits that needed a bit of work, but the golf was rubbish.
The golf needs to be ripped off.
There was a massive video done by Marella about this massive new launch of the golf, the putting thing. It's no different to the thing on the Explorer. Just got a few more things on it. It's rubbish. Discovery 2 all the way for that sort of stuff.
Discovery 2, we had fun on the golf there. I mean, it's not brilliant, but we had a lot of fun, and we did play it once a day, didn't we? And when the wind was up, it was just hilarious. So if you're on Discovery 2 and it's really windy, go play the mini golf. It's hilarious.
Defo. We're going to move. We've got loads of.
So basically, Voyager is just newer, and there's different parts of it. And also, Discovery 2 hasn't got the back bar, the open bar at the back, has it?
No.
It's got the glass house, which is lovely.
Yeah, but it's where the spa would be.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it hasn't got it. If Discovery 2 had a back bar, it would probably be my favourite ship, to be quite honest. Because the back bar is where we lived on Voyager. And then we weren't so fussed on it on Explorer. It was a bit dated, but on Voyager, it was the place to go for us.
Yeah, definitely the back bar.
Right.
Go on, then catch up.
So we've got too much Emma. Emma has put, we're on Voyager on the 5th of December from Barbados. So excited.
Wow. Oh, not surprised.
I'm hoping you go in for 2 weeks. I still wouldn't make Christmas. I thought I was counting there then. They're going to make Christmas. Oh, they're not going to make it. That's a shame, because we went Christmas and we loved it. I mean, you'll still get to see the decorations and stuff, but Christmas Day was fantastic, wasn't it?
Oh,
I mean, on a beach in a Santa
Costa Rica
on Christmas Day.
It was just an amazing experience. And the ship is just a lovely atmosphere. And you've got none of the stresses of having Christmas here. You know, you haven't got to worry about the food. You haven't got to worry about family. You haven't got to worry about presents. It was just stress-free, and it was so much fun.
It was amazing. Kerry has put, is anyone else getting a problem giving a thumbs up? Obviously, they are, Kerry, because no one's given a thumbs up yet.
Oh, yeah, we're a bit lacking on
to be fair,
up.
We've got 5. So if you want to give us a thumbs up, guys, go for it. Okay, thanks, Kerry. Katrina, no OTS, the Tenerife one. What's that mean? Oh, no, it's the Tenerife one. I think that's meant to be.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay. That's going back a few questions there, isn't it? I can't remember what it was. We'll have to come back to that.
Get with it.
Yeah.
She was doing the island. Was that the islands one?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's the islands one that we asked what islands it was. Okay, Canaries will be lovely.
Steve is doing the Taste of the Tropics and Paradise Islands.
Brilliant.
What we did.
Yeah.
Any tips on excursions? First tip I'm going to say to you is do not go on the walking tour to the, not even a walking tour, the walk to the botanical gardens.
That wasn't an excursion, though.
No, that's
we
what,
did
that's
that
what we
ourselves.
did. But you can do the botanical gardens on an excursion.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Be careful,
Pointless.
British Virgin Islands. That was our worst trip. I mean, most of our trips we did with TUI, but we went on one in British Virgin Islands. It was a rickety old vehicle. Poor Dave sat on a seat that had something sticking up his backside, which
pack it in. It was very uncomfortable, put it that way. It was not a great.
Yeah. So if it's the picture of I think it's got a red Jeep on and the seats face each other. And basically it took us to 3 viewpoints just higher up the same hill. And it was by the third one, nobody could be bothered to get out.
If we could have caught a taxi to that end beach and that being the trip.
That's
that
the only thing
perfect.
that says we found we don't know the it was something.
It was south
east.
Was it east? It's on the video. Go watch the video. But anyway, that trip
saved that going to that beach.
That trip was basically just us in a rickety old clapped out thing, going up a hill, stopping in a dirty lay-by to take a photo.
Yeah, right on the edge of the road. Lorries going past.
The end bit was just the beach, but the beach was absolutely stunning. So if you just get a chance, catch a taxi there, catch a taxi back.
I think it was Long Bay East. It was called, something and it was. Like I mean, we realised after we could have saved a fortune. 4 of us got a taxi, and we'd have spent a fraction of what we spent on that trip, and it really wasn't worth it. And then the trips that we really, really enjoyed was river tubing. The river tubing in Dominica. Stunning. It was a waterfall. First of all, you could get in the water at the little pool at the waterfall. Very slippy though, so I would definitely say take sea shoes so you don't slip getting in, and that was lovely. But then we went to the river tubing, and I thought it'd be like 10 minutes down the river. We were going about an hour, weren't we?
It was a long journey, but it was worth it.
Yeah,
you got money for money.
Saw local culture. We saw animals being
remember though,
slaughtered on the side of the river banks.
It wasn't just river tubing. We had to start off with the waterfall.
That's what I just said.
I wasn't even in the room.
I'm just saying about what you don't slip.
When Mike talks, I just hear white noise.
He switches off.
Right, okay.
Switches off now.
Moving on.
And the other trip that I would say, but I think it was definitely, we loved St. Kitts. We went to the 2 houses, Romney Manor.
Oh, yes.
And what was the other one called?
I played piano.
And you played piano, yeah. And then we went to the fort, and there were some beautiful views from there.
Oh, that was
on St. Kitts. Stunning. And then probably the best fun we had was on St. Lucia. The catamaran. We've said the pitons, it was a shame.
Yeah, but we made that.
Yeah, because the pitons, it was cloudy, raining. But after we'd left Pigeon Island, it was quite serious. But once the rums they served rum on board the catamaran.
Well, hold on. No, not just rum.
Oh, go on then.
It was all inclusive. We didn't realise drinks and food were included. So you could have drinks, whatever you wanted.
And we did.
And it was part of it. So the Caribbean vibe just took over, and we started partying, didn't we? And we turned that catamaran boat into a party boat. And there were people of all ages, and everyone was getting involved. But when we landed back in a dock,
it was hilarious. I mean, the idea, if I sat here and thought of a party boat, people drinking, nobody was drunk. They were just happy party mood, and we were all dancing and singing. And then there was 2 catamarans gone, and we came back in as the other one was already in. And everybody getting off that boat stopped on the side because they watched us coming in, because there was such a party going on. And I bet you're all thinking, I wish you'd been on our boat. It was brilliant fun. But you'd have to get the party going. Right, Let's go on.
Let's move on.
I'm talking again.
Right, someone's mentioned that Discovery 2 was going for a refit. Don't know if that's true. I heard it was true. I looked this up, and I did hear that Discovery 2 was next in dry dock for a refit.
But we thought that was a year ago, because as much as it was delayed. As much as we loved Discovery 2, it was definitely in need of a freshen up. The room, we really enjoyed our outside cabin, didn't we?
We did.
But it was plain. It needed a lick of paint and some new pictures and stuff, and a fresh carpet. And I thought it was being done that year, which would have been last year, but it wasn't. So I would have think it's gonna get done very soon.
No, it's been announced June 2024. It's even on Marella Discovery 2's website. Chewy's website.
What, that it is being done,
but it's going in for a refit.
Oh, good. So it needs it.
It states the Marella Discovery 2's cruise ship balcony cabins will be refurbished in November 2024. The ship will be in a dry dock where engineers and carpenters will work on the cabins and other areas of the ship. So very interesting to see what they do with that, because we saw a mock-up. And I'm sure it was Discovery 2. We saw a mock-up. They did about 3 or 4 rooms in there, and they looked stunning. Lovely. They were like separate patterns.
So what happened to them?
I think they were just the sort of.
But you'd have thought they'd have rolled that out. Ones. But anyway, hopefully next year or later this year, it's going to get the.
But we won't be going on it because we've already got our next cruise lined up, which we don't know about yet.
We haven't booked it yet.
Right. Okay. So Stephen Brown going on Voyager on the 5th of December for 2 weeks in December. Nice. Cannot wait. This will be our 3rd Marella cruise and 3rd ship, same as us.
Yeah.
And I hope you loved it as much as we did, because we never dreamt of opening a YouTube channel. We loved it that much. We thought, I said to him one day during COVID, I said, why don't you just get a YouTube channel and show people what we love about Marella? And this is what we did. And here we are, you know, and now we get to talk to you, lovely lot, about our experiences, and you get to tell us about yours, and we're becoming a massive, big family.
And now I'm obsessed. So all I do is talk Marella, be it Facebook, TikTok, all that lot. So a little bit obsessed with it, but we love Marella, and we've decided we have got to move away from Marella. We've done 3, but we're finding it very hard. No, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Right. John has put at GF. I'm assuming that's Graham, I think, or something like that. Apparently so. I don't know what that's referring to. GJ, thanks, John. Okay, so maybe that's those two communicating. GJ, yes. Okay, there we go. Demi, hi guys. Question: I am going on cruise on the 20th of February on Voyager around the Caribbean. I have booked a couple of excursions through TUI. Have you done this, and what did you guys think? Well, we've done a mixture of both, really. And when we booked out of TUI, it didn't really go too well, did it? Remember Cozumel?
Oh, yeah, that was just unfortunate. The weather meant the one we booked with a private company was cancelled because of the weather. So that was just unfortunate. I mean, we did mostly Marella last time. We thought that the prices were quite competitive with the local companies. The only difference we found was the local companies, their trips were a little bit longer. And we did about 5 or 6 Marella trips.
Yeah.
And we only had one that we really were disappointed with. And that was the one that we said earlier, the British Virgin Islands one. And it was just a waste of time. But every other one we did with Marella, they're well organized. The day before you go, or sometimes the first day on the ship, you will get them pushed under the door, the trips you booked with the information. And the only thing I was a little bit surprised on was the timing of some of the trips, because I, for some reason, thought they'd all go at about 9 o'clock in the morning. But some of our trips that we booked didn't go till early afternoon, and that caught me by surprise a little bit. So I don't know why they don't put the time options in there, or at least tell you the time that you go in, because we could have probably arranged to go out in the morning as well.
Yep.
Because I've heard people say, "Oh, can we do two excursions in a day?" Well, you can if it fits in.
If it's a big day, you probably could, yeah.
But otherwise, I'd say they're well organised, and the benefits of booking a TUI or Marella excursion is you're not going to fall foul of being left behind or being late back, because if you're on a Marella excursion, they will wait for you. If you're not, they won't. Bye-bye. The ship will be off away, and it'll be down to you to get to the next port to catch it up. So we just find the security of that better. But it is easy to get off the boat. If you've not booked anything and you get to a port and you think, oh, maybe we would like to do something, just walk off the boat. The Caribbean have been doing it for years. They're really well set up for it. You go off the boat, you're going to have people there, lots of people there, trying to sell you trips or take you to certain beaches. And you can haggle with them, get a good price, because they want to fill their bus. The only downside is obviously you might have to wait for them to get enough passengers in for the trip to leave.
Right, quickly moving on. John has given a suggestion of Shirley Heights. I've just checked it out on my Google.
Oh.
Looks stunning.
Where's that at?
Antigua and Barbuda.
Ah,
really nice. And then John has gone on to say that he was based out of Nelson, Tokyo, because John was a seaman.
Ah, yes.
John was seaman.
Yes, of course. I always forget John was in this.
Yes, he was. And
seaman.
I'm pretty sure, I mean, the history of Nelson's dockyard was such an advantage to any naval fleet because it was so well protected. So hurricanes sort of missed it. It was a real good advantage point.
Well protected.
Nicholas Brown has put just home from a brilliant week on the Explorer. Made all the better from watching your blogs.
Oh,
I hope you
that's
liked
really
it.
nice.
It's always a tricky one, because Explorer, we enjoyed it, but Explorer probably is one of the older ships. It definitely needs a refurb. But
I don't think it came across as old as Discovery 2 did.
No, probably not.
And
I liked Explorer.
Yeah, I liked Explorer. I mean, I've liked all the ships we've been on. I think with Marella, there's no doubt you could go around the ship, and if you're the type of person that likes to moan, you can pick up, oh, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. We don't do that. We go and we just
got to take everything
on having a good time.
Yeah.
And yes, we've had little niggles. The internet, I think, is disastrous on the Marella ships. I had a really bad experience with their internet package. And there are things that you can moan about. Ourselves. Well, yeah, and they gave me a refund in the end.
No, but what I mean is we've looked forward now, like Mark introduced us to the eSIMs and stuff. So there's other options out there.
But so you'll find faults with Marella, but there's so much to enjoy, and everybody that we speak to talks about what a good time they have, and we just find that the staff and fellow passengers are so much friendlier than we've experienced in the past.
And Nick is actually praising us. They're saying he made all better from our watching our blog. So
I know, that's so kind of you. Thank you. That means such a lot.
Okay, Michelle Howland has put, what was your favourite showcast out of Discovery 2, Voyager and Explorer? This is so hard because there's people in all of the showcasts. I've got one. Right, first of all, I'm just discounting Discovery 2. I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't into them at all. And then we landed on Voyager, and I fell in love with all of them. Every single one. Sean the dancer, loved Sean to bits. He was amazing. Charlotte as a singer, I just loved her to bits. I wanted to do a duet with her.
And the other girl that I don't know the name of, who was just so expressive.
That wasn't on...
It was on Voyager.
It was, yeah.
Yes.
She was
brilliant.
I can't remember her name. She was like really small, really
but
dizzy,
she
but
really
powerful.
Gave it all. And it was like... but we've loved the shows on all of the ships.
Explorer, to start with, there was 2 shows came out, and I was like,
well, the first night show on Explorer was Elton John, A Life Story, and I love Elton John. So I was like, I can't wait this. I'm going to be all the songs of Elton John, and I just was left a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
And the second night, the show was a little bit, I'm not sure about that. But the third night, they did a show called Cogs.
Oh, just changed it.
And it was probably the best show we've seen on a Marella cruise.
I think for them, though, bless their socks, they must be so overworked. They must be so flat. And I bet you any money there's that one show that they all love doing, and I reckon it's Cogs. Because from that night, they just became West End level.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
The voices were amazing. The acting
was amazing. The costumes were out of this world. But they were in character, because they were just in character throughout the whole show. And it told a story. And that changed our whole opinion of the showcast on Marella Explorer. But of course, the showcasts change. I don't know how long they're on ship.
Not 6 months.
Was it 3 months?
So all I know is the work that goes into them getting on there is insane.
Yeah, because if you get the chance to go to, they do a sort of meet the cast. And we went along to this one, and it was great. We had, it was funny. We had good chats, found out a lot about it, because I'd been totally mistold wrong about how the show. They are auditioned by Marella. They're put into a house together. They rehearse and learn 12 shows, because what shocked me, the first cruise we went on, you get a different show every night. Apart from if you're sailing over Christmas, then they do repeat the Christmas show both weeks. But I was quite shocked that you got a different show every night. So you got 12 different shows from the show team, and then you usually get at least one guest act per week. Sometimes it was 2. Now, we had comedians on Discovery 2, and we had tribute artists. We had Sebi Mercury on.
With him.
I love Freddie Mercury, but I didn't like Sebi Mercury.
We're not talking about
Sebi Mercury was, well, no, let's not. He wasn't good. But the last one on Explorer, we had an amazing lady called Nia King who did Whitney Houston, and that was really, really good. She got a really good voice, didn't she?
We got to move on.
Yes,
you're chatting again.
No, I can't.
The white noise is coming out.
Oh, we'll stay an extra half hour tonight.
Harold, he says, hi guys. Hello, Harold. How are you? Stuart McCulloch has put, right, this is the question that we knew was coming, and it's about laundry. So question, we're on Discovery 2 in December, then go straight to Portugal on land holiday for Christmas. Any tips on getting laundry done on board, please? Right. First of all, if you're going on land holiday for Christmas, my advice would be to do it on land because it's going to be a lot cheaper wherever you are than on the ship. But we will tell you about the ship. Now, it's not that bad. I mean, I've seen ships before, Celebrity, and those that's quite expensive for laundry. Marella is quite reasonable. We found, we can't mention names, but we found obviously a list of things from other people's sites because we don't do laundry.
No, I have to say that I was really surprised that you cannot find an up-to-date current laundry price list on the internet. We haven't. I'm sure it's there somewhere, but we could not find it. So we have only got 2023 prices. Basically, we don't tend to do laundry. So lesson learned. Next time I go, I will do a full video of the laundry bag and prices.
It's a good question, though, because at the end of the day, some people don't take. Like when we go, we're ridiculous. I mean, we take it up for 3 weeks. So we're always renewing our stuff. But some people don't like to take that much, so laundry is a good idea. Yeah. The one thing I'll start off by saying about before we get onto washing is ironing. Now, cruise ships, you can't have irons on board because, people leave them on their rooms. They set fires and that sort of stuff. Not sure if you're allowed these, but this is what we bought to conquer. So we were looking at all sorts of things like crease release sprays and stuff. They didn't work very well for us. And we found this. So our travel companions, Mark and Jack, Mark suggested a steamer and then found this online. So we both bought one.
Can I just come in there while you're doing that? What I would say is that in the cabin, Stuart, in the wardrobe, you will find the laundry information. There is a bag there that you can fill to be washed, and it's about the size of a carrier bag. Now, when we were on, I remember or recall the price being roughly about £17.
We were coming to this.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to
I just said we were coming to this after this.
It's
ruined it now. So I'll quickly show this. He's ruined it now. But this is what we bought. It's very simple. You just fill it up with water. You put that on like so. If it goes on, that becomes hot like an iron. You can actually press it down and take the creases out, and it steams at high velocity, and the creases just fall straight out. The dog's interested. Look, she wants to know what it is.
She thinks everything's a toy.
And now we've spoken about this. This was about, at the time, about 19 quid. I'm not sure it was. Michael can talk about it.
I'll put the link to them on the description. It was off Amazon, and I will find the link and put on the description later. But yeah, so the bag, as long as you can close the bag, then you can fill that up with whatever you want, and it can go away for. It describes it as a wash and fold. Now, I don't know whether that means press. I don't think it does. I think it's washed, dried, folded, and put in the bag. But that's where the steamer might come in useful. There are two different services. It can go away and come back by 7 o'clock the following day. Or if you want to pay a surcharge, which is an extra 50%, then you can have it back by 7 p.m. On the same day. Now, just to give you some price examples, if you didn't want to fill the bag, a shirt washed will cost you £2.65, and pressed is an extra £1.90. T-shirt washed £2.65, press £1.35. Dress washed £4.40, press £4. Skirt £3.30, pressed £2.65. You can have underwear washed 95p. Trousers washed £3, pressed £2. Shorts washed £2.45, pressed £1.65. I won't go any more than that because the rest are suits and swimsuits and stuff. But what I would say is it might well be worth it if you're stopping at a port, getting some washing stuff from the port, doing it in your cabin and hanging it. There's a washing line with the shower, or if you're lucky enough to have a balcony, put it on your balcony and take one of those steamers. And otherwise it's going to become quite an expensive game. But I think that's about the best I can do with you. I will put this price list on the description as well, so you'll be able to see it there, Stuart, so you can go through the whole lot.
Can I just quickly jump on there? Mike's actually hit a really good point. I never thought of it. Just look at a long stay when you're there for like quite a few hours, and go and do if like so St. Vincent, for example. When we go to St. Vincent, we just go to the beach right there by the port. We love it, but they've got laundrettes, so you could just do your laundry there and something like that. And if you want to go and chill out on the beach, pop it in the laundrette, go and chill out on the beach, collect it, take it back to the ship. Take you no time at all. So that's a good tip. Play Michael. Yeah, he does come up with them now.
But then, do you want to waste your time going to a laundrette?
But you're not. You're on the beach, right next to the cruise port.
Somebody will lick your stuff.
True. Right. So John,
well, I hope that helps, Stuart. Anyway,
yes, Stuart. I hope it helps. And just for the underpants thing, it cost Mike about £2 for underpants because he's a massive like granny pants. John,
I can't believe you said that.
John has put St. Vincent ? John.
Yeah, that's Bakir. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, St. Vincent is the Grenadines, isn't it? But have a look where Bakir, what island Bakir is by, because it's going to drive me up the wall. But
it's the Grenadines. I'm sure it is.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I'm sure it is. Right. You read out Harold's question then.
How's the train manager training going?
Awful. I've quit. It's so hard.
Oh, I'm excited though. Is my phone here? I'm excited because my things have arrived. I haven't got my phone here. I've got free travel.
It can quite easily be taken off you.
I should be going out on the train a lot now. Me and Lil are going to go exploring. Ain't we, Lil? There you go. Come and say quick hello. We're going to go exploring on the train, ain't we?
Yeah,
while I can't go on a cruise.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
It's St. Vincent. Yes. So what's the Kia?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Why is it one of the... Oh, right.
Yeah.
So John was right. John's always right.
John's always right.
Yeah. So if you get the chance to go to Bakir, definitely worth considering.
So Diane's just got off the Discovery 2. It's now in Cadiz. So it's in. Diane, you're on the last one. How did your cruise go? I hope it went well. I was really, really interested in that one as well. That you did, because that was the one that was going around to the south of Spain. When we said we go to Malaga.
Yes.
And it popped into Malaga.
Yes.
Tony Johnson. Hi, guys. Tony and Julie, Northern Ireland.
Oh,
hello.
Tony and Julie. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Hope you're both well.
Or hear you. Or read you. Kerry McCullough, thumbs up working now. Panic over. Yay. Only 19. No, Kerry.
Oh, come on. Hit that like button. Really helps us out.
Not impressed, guys. Right. Harold has put, still not booked my Marella cruise, and it's only next month. Praying the prices come down. Currently 600 pp more than last year. It's hard to see because we played this game waiting, and in the end we just went and booked because it's that going up again. You've got to be really careful because it can go up.
See, I'm waiting for I mean, you can get some good last minute bargains, and the nearer you leave it, the better the bargains. So, I mean, sometimes you can go on last minute cruises, Marella, just put in last minute cruises, Marella, and you'll be brought to the list of cruises that are going in the next, sometimes 6 weeks, 2 months in advance. Sometimes they're going in a couple of days. And there was a repositioning cruise that was a cracking value. John found a really good cruise. And when I went to look at it a couple of days later, it had gone. So it's the case that if you go on there and you see a good deal, you got to book it straight away. The one that I saw was something like £1,100 off, and it was a repositioning, and it was cracking value for money. I'd have done it. We'd have done it if you'd not been.
Yeah, it was just bad timing, that's all.
But yeah, definitely go on there, keep an eye on it, watch the prices. And I would also be cheeky enough to ring up and say, you know, you've got this cruise going next week. You've got it at this price. Can you do it better for me? And push for a better price. They want those cabins filled.
Yeah. Hope that's answered your question for you. Oh, it's not really a question, but we had a chat. Michelle has put, I went on Marella Explorer on the 2nd till the 16th of August, and I loved how friendly the showcast were. I made friends with Taya Singer and Ella Dancer. Every time we go on, we make friends with the Showcast.
You had a dance off with Sean, didn't you, in the nightclub?
You had a dance in the theatre.
Oh,
in front of everybody.
I was part of the show.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a, what was it, samba or something? He grabbed me up and we had a samba, but you had a dance off with him. The cast on the Voyager, I know they'd have been different to the ones when we were on, but the cast, they're there to have a good time as well, and they do, and they will engage with you. And so we there was quite a few of them in the nightclub, weren't there? And we were dancing with them.
But
and
even the cruise directors, Scott,
they're all just so friendly. It's amazing. So we love the show teams and the entertainment staff that sort of are around the ship. They're absolutely brilliant.
Sadly, they're not employed. They go off to different ships.
I know, you can't.
They can keep that talent, and
Yeah, I wish they would. I suppose it's hard with the show team, but I wish they would put in advance what bands, because remember the first cruise we went on Discovery 2, the band Dem Boys.
Oh, they were awesome.
Has anybody here seen Dem Boys?
They were awesome. It's a party band. They just got the crowd going.
Every other ship we've been on with Marella since, I thought, please, have Dem Boys on there. Back. But no, they've never been on.
Do you know what? One. They were that good. The assistant cruise director came and chatted to us one night and got us their card, because you can actually hire them to come over to the UK and play.
I'm not made of money.
I am now.
You could pay that.
Right. Graham has put, yes, I've watched all your Caribbean videos many times. Oh, thank you. Due to pay the final payment in November. That's so sweet that you've watched them. I just hope we haven't embarrassed ourselves in any way. Yeah. But we do enjoy making them. We really do. This is for no other reason than the fact that we want to share our experiences with you guys, and hopefully then you guys can share your experiences with us. And one day, who knows, we get a lot of people go, might have travel on, the ships, but I'd rather them just go, David, Mike.
But we just love talking about it, don't we? We just love passing on what our experiences and what we've learned, and I could talk it all day.
Do you remember the first time we were cruising and we didn't know what we were doing? Because honestly, going on a cruise is quite difficult. It's so different to go on a land-based holiday. I mean, I am an absolute pro at land-based holidays, but cruise was so different,
a lot
wasn't
more
it?
To think about, isn't there?
I can remember Mark and Jack not really realizing what's going on when their bags just disappear and then they just end up at your room. It's like, wow, a lot to consider really for a first-time cruiser.
Because it was Barbados that was brilliant. So those of you going to Barbados, the biggest shock I had was getting off the plane when we landed at Barbados and thinking, oh, now we've got to get on a coach now, and that was going to take us to the terminal, that we were going to have to go through customs and get our bags and stuff back. But no, we got off the plane at Barbados, down the steps, and they put us into lines, and these coaches were coming, and they whisked us straight off to the port.
Amazing.
No bothering with bags, no going through, because you go through
it's like a security at the port.
Yeah, you go through that
Customs,
at the port, so they just whisk you straight there. And Amazing. It was just, when you're tired after a long flight, it's such a relief that you haven't got to go through the airport in lines and lines of queues.
Really good.
So it was brilliant. If you're going to Barbados, it's so easy.
Emma has put, we're on 2 weeks. We're on 2 weeks in December, but
nice.
Back on 20th on board for my birthday. Happy
birthday. Make sure they know about your birthday. Was it Voyager where they really make a fuss?
To be fair, I think they do that on any ship. They're really good. Would. The staff are so good.
Make sure somebody knows it's your birthday and that you're celebrating a birthday, because they will
make a fuss of you.
They will.
England Travel Expert, has put 5 ? Not fair. 38 people are watching right now, so should be at least 38.
Yeah, we're up to 20. That's on the lights because
it's stuck
at 5.
Is that what we were talking
I
about?
think that's what he means. We're up to 20 likes now, so that's much better than 5. So
you're right, though. It should be at least 38. Get your thumbs up, guys. Come on.
Not everybody's going to like us.
I don't even know what it means.
But it just helps us. It's more likes and stuff you get, the more it helps the algorithm, doesn't it?
Steve Marley has put question from the wife. Is it cold outside on the ship at night in April? No.
You might get a bit of breeze, but it's a warm breeze.
That's nice.
Yeah. So no,
it's not cold.
Not cold.
You won't need a cardigan or not that in April. I'm not sure the April. I'm not sure when their winter is.
The only thing I would say is the Caribbean can be a bit unpredictable, and you might get the odd shower, but it tends to happen and pass fairly quickly. But it can be windy up the top, but I don't think I have ever been cold on the top deck or on the ship in the Caribbean. never needed anything extra than a t-shirt or a shirt. So no, I think you'll be absolutely fine. Maybe good to take one just in case my not cold is not the same as your not cold, if you get what I mean.
It says basically the weather is idyllic at this time of year. It's not too crowded everywhere as well, so that's a perfect time.
Wow, 27.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you to all those who just clicked that, because that's jumped up quite a bit.
Paul, Jackie Jones, I'm on. I can see the comments.
Hey! I don't know why it happens sometimes that people can't see them.
Not me.
But anyway, I'm glad you can see them.
But it's just Jackie, though. She says, just me, Jackie.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. John has put, think you went to Cane Garden Bay in Tortola, well known to pick a point back in my day. Jonathan.
Pick up for what? Moving on.
Right, Susan has put, going on Discovery, November 4th. Is this Discovery? I've not done Discovery.
No, we haven't done Discovery, but it is identical, more or less, to Discovery 2,
yeah,
isn't it?
Wonder why they do that. Have a Discovery 2. Because I know Explorer 2 have an adult only and non-adults only, but Discovery 2, I don't know why they do that.
Well, you can't go wrong with any Marella ship. We love Discovery 2, and I'm sure you will love... one of the things I will say for Discovery is that we went to afternoon tea in Discovery 2, and they have it in the main dining room. And on Discovery 2, the dining rooms are lovely because you've got a massive staircase coming down the middle. And we went to afternoon tea there, and it was absolutely fantastic. And so when we went on Voyager, we thought, oh, let's do afternoon tea, but they have it in the Silver Fork.
So
and
low
it's a
ceilings.
Very small venue, low ceilings. Yeah. It was quite packed. We had our back to the pianist. The pianist,
he said. Pianist.
The pianoist. They play a little bit, but you get the singers come on, and when they walk on with the food and the trays, it wasn't quite the same as them coming down the steps. So if you're on Discovery and you like musicals, definitely go.
You're giving it away because that's a surprise.
But don't do it if you're on Voyager.
No, still do it on Voyager.
Yeah, a lot of people. We I think we're spoiled because of our experience on Discovery, but I've spoken to a lot of people who have been to the afternoon tea on Voyager and loved it. So,
okay, moving on. Jackie has put first time on Marella cruise. April did Princess 18 years ago. Well, wow. Princess was on our itinerary to do, but it's not going to be the one we're going to do. But you're going to love Marella, Jackie. Honestly, you're going to love it. It's so laid back. Everyone's friendly, the staff and the guests. We've never seen anything bad. I mean, I've just heard that awful story about, was it MSC? Where some poor lady fell overboard. Well, I've never seen that on a Marella. Not that people wouldn't do that, but I feel like people are more reserved with their drinking because it's all inclusive. Like, you don't have to go nuts.
We've never seen
it.
We've never seen really bad behaviour on the Marella ship. We see people that have had a drink and are happy, but they're enjoying themselves. We have never witnessed on a Marella ship any behaviour that we thought, oh my God, that's disgusting, or we've not seen anybody being sick. So all we've ever seen is people having a really good time. I was going to say something else then, and it's gone.
Well, it'll come back because John has asked a question, a very valid question. Will the group cruise be happening when Dave goes on strike? Hell yeah. Honestly, you joke.
As long as Dave's paying.
No, but you joke, John. I would love to do a Mitre Travel cruise. And it's not Mitre Travel. What I mean is people who all follow us and talk with us. And all of us is going on a cruise and having a laugh. I'd love it. I'd absolutely love that because you'd see Mike and I at our best. And we like to dance.
Or worst.
Yeah, it might be worse as well. Because we don't really drink that much at all. But when we go on a cruise, we like to really embrace everything. Every single aspect of a cruise, we're on it. Excursions, having a drink, nice meals, all that. We love it. It's great. Yeah. So I'd love it. In truth.
Oh, I was going to say, who asked about the going on Princess all those years ago? Very similar setup to us because we went with Celebrity in 2010, and we didn't go again until 2022 with Marella.
Did we?
And it's surprising because why? I'd like to ask the question. We didn't get the bug, and so we didn't do it. We enjoyed it, but we didn't love it that we wanted to do another one. And so I just wanted to ask you the same question back, really, is Why have you waited another 18 years?
Yeah, I'd love to know. Laura has put, would be interested to try. So would you be interested to try any of the cruise lines? Yes, that's where we are right now. So we know that our Marella days have not come to an end, but we need to start reviewing other cruise lines because we need to start giving you guys more options out there for things and we need to be a bit more honest because we're very pro Marella and we're not paid by them. They don't even know who we are, but we're very pro Marella because we love it. Very us. We want to find another cruise line like that. Now, people say P&O all the time. I can't get my head around their drinking strategy, their drinks package strategy at all. Their ships do look nice. Is it the right way to go? I mean, I'll tell them now. What I'm looking at is actually Royal Caribbean. I've seen a couple of cruises on there that I really like.
Where to, though?
I like the family. It's not just about the company. I like the family that they have. I think they own Celebrity. Royal Caribbean, I'm not sure who else they own. They don't own Cunard. That's Carnival, isn't it?
See, I want to go Asia.
They do Asia.
Yeah,
they do
I'd
Asia.
like to go Asia.
They do Asia. So I'm currently toying with Royal Caribbean. Now, the problem with that is that doesn't really create great content because we're Brits. And I think British people stick to certain cruise lines. Like we're very P&O, we're very Marella. I like to say Celebrities in that mix, but that's quite American as well.
I think anything could happen, and I think you just got to watch this space. We are really restricted, to bring our channel forward and develop our channel. We can't just sail with Marella. We feel like we've done 3 of their 5 ships. The other 2, we're not going to see anything massively different. The Discovery will be like Discovery 2, and Explorer 2 will be like Explorer, apart from the fact no kids. But we sort of, to develop the channel, we really need to move on and try other cruise companies because I think we're pretty knowledgeable now. We've learned a lot with Marella, but we do need to move on and start trying other companies. But the problem we have is Dave works, and at the moment he's training hard with the trains. And so we're totally stuck at the moment, and it's driving me up the wall because
if anyone wants to go on a cruise with him, you can.
Yeah, let's go on a cruise.
I'm going to have to move on because we've got 10 minutes left and we've got quite a few things to get through. Alan Middlemiss, hi guys, did you hear any noise from deck 4 while you were in your cabin?
If I remember right, we were mid-ship, just far enough. We were probably about 20, 30 meters.
On what ship?
Oh yes, what ship?
Because we wanted to review an inside room on the last ship we did because we've always been outside. We went on an inside and I loved it. There was one problem though. We were underneath the theatre. And there were times in the day when rehearsals were on, you could hear things. And there were times at night time you could hear things. But remember, we were out every single time.
But also remember, we were on deck 8 with that cabin.
Yeah,
it was much higher.
So he says deck 4, and that's when we were on Voyager.
Just scroll down, see if...
No, it's deck 4. We were on Voyager deck 4.
Okay,
we were outside.
We were.
And it was below the promenade deck. So I can't remember.
I think midship, not too close to the lifts. You don't want to be right where the lifts are. So try and position a little bit. We were about 20, 30 meters from the lifts.
We had noise. We did have noise in our cabin because we were dead center and we were above the gangway. Remember?
I can't remember noise there.
Sometimes you'd hear the banging and stuff from down below decks when they were getting the gangways and stuff ready. So if we came into port quite early in the mornings, there was some noise. It wasn't enough to put me off though. I mean, to be fair, I'd use earplugs or whatever. My mic snorts terribly.
Yeah, I think it's very hard to say because somebody that was about that was by the lifts, we know was moved because they complained about noise. So I think it's very hit and miss. I mean, all you can do to try and prevent it is look at the obvious. Look what's above you. You don't want to be on the promenade deck, on a restaurant, on the nightclub, although that tends to be right at the tops usually. So look what's above you, look what's below you. Obviously steer clear of the lifts a little bit because people tend to yak and shout and whatever. By the
promenade deck doesn't give you any problems though, because it's really busy.
And I think if you do have a problem, then go and have a word with them at reception. And I guess if they've got a cabin that they can move you to, they will. If they haven't, they can't.
But deck 4 was fine for us.
Deck 4, I had no problem there.
John has put, I was not just a seaman. How dare you? I was on television.
Oh.
John, we don't need to know about your pornographic lifestyle. Oh, I'd love to know what.
My hubby is a phone addict, so I'm a bit concerned about the Wi-Fi. You need
First of all, where's Jackie going?
Right, I think Jackie's going Caribbean, or am I? I'm pretty sure
she's going that time of year, is it Caribbean?
Well, it could be going Tenerife.
Right. First of all, Jackie, let me just tell you how it worked for us. So I am also a phone addict, okay? But I loved the fact that when I was on a cruise ship, I didn't have my phone. So I actually engaged in the holiday. And then when we came off, because remember we went to that beautiful 7 Mile beach.
Yeah.
Every bar and restaurant you go in has Wi-Fi. Even the ports have Wi-Fi. So all you've got to do is get off and you're going to have Wi-Fi when you're off. So just say to him, you'll have Wi-Fi when you're off. When you're on the ship, try and enjoy the cruise. Immerse yourself in that.
Or the alternative is to look for a good eSIM. Now, our friends used Aerolo and they were quite happy with that. You're not going to get it when you're well out to sea, but they were able to get it if we were sailing along close to the islands. And obviously they got good connection when they got off the ship. So on the cruise ship, it's really expensive. I think I paid £90 for the top package and it went within a day. And I had it on airplane mode. I turned everything off. I turned roaming off, but mine for some reason went in a day and I had to go, and I did get a refund in the end. So I don't know what the problem was, but it's put me off it ever having it with Marella again. And it was very slow when we did have it. It was. So I would say if it's important to you, don't go for the big package, buy a smaller one, see how long that lasts you. Consider an eSIM, because with the Caribbean, you are sailing close to land a lot of the time. So, and remember, one tip, if you're on Voyager from Barbados, on deck 6 promenade, was it, or 5 promenade? If you sit there on the day that you come home, you can get internet. You can get the Wi-Fi from.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So if you're in some of the ports, you can get it from the ship, but it's usually you have to get off the ship.
Right. We're going to have to rein you in.
Okay.
Because we've got 5 minutes and a lot to get through.
Okay.
So Jackie has also put on there about the antennas work so hard.
They do. They're brilliant.
They work greatly hard. John has put, I'm going to nick so much stuff off Voyager to keep you updated with prices.
Please.
I mean, borrow long term. John, laundry costs, because honestly, nobody's got that down. That'll be really, really good.
Yeah.
GJ has put, it cost me £17 to get our stuff laundered.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was about.
Right, yeah.
But can I just ask GJ, if you're still here, did that include it being pressed, or was that just washed and dried? Because it's very unclear from the description I read. It just says washed and folded. So I don't know whether that means it was. So if you are still here, I'd love to know whether that includes it being pressed.
John is banging out his tip. Laundry bag tip: do not ram it in, roll it in. You get more.
Oh, it's like you're packing. You're a roller, aren't you?
No,
I thought you did roll with packing.
I'm a vac packer.
Oh yeah, but you. Oh yes, you're a vac packer.
I'm reluctant as some of my things can't go in the dryer. Yeah, just be careful, because, like I said to you, you don't know what they're doing with your laundry down there. So I'd just be very careful with what. I mean, we don't launder. I just take enough, and I double up and all sorts of stuff. I turn my pants inside out. They last 4 times. That way, I'm joking. I don't. Right. Question: what do you think of the specialty restaurants? Also, what's best to tip? Some people say money, some say sweets. Right. First of all, your tips are included, but we have a system of people that we do tip. That's always your room staff. Your room staff work tirelessly hard on that floor in all the rooms. They go through your bathrooms when you've done all sorts of things in there that are not great for them. Roses, thank you. You know, they are absolutely amazing. So always tip your room staff.
So hard they work.
If you find yourself on the ship really bonding with a member of staff and they give you great service, tip them. The problem is you can't go around tipping everybody, because at the end of the day, you've already paid the fee. The gratuities in there, they get a share of that. So just do yourself a favor, pick up the people that are important and just tip them.
Definitely money, I would say.
Yeah, not sweets. These people work hard. They need to send the money.
The money goes back home to their families.
So on Discovery 2, Itinerary, and those lot, we tipped the room staff as well, but we won't go further than that because at the end of the day, it's really difficult.
I mean, you do pay tips as part of your price, but if you get exceptional service, and you will from certain people, then maybe just give them a little bit extra and it'll mean a lot to them.
Stuart has put, thanks guys, that's very helpful advice.
Good.
Don't know what it was, but cheers, man.
Did I see another thing? Did I just catch something though about the Steam, whether it sets the... there it is, Alan.
Okay, we've not come to it yet.
Sorry.
God, he's awful.
Sorry, I didn't know it was still to come.
Joe Hopkins, if you could only choose one thing, what would it be? Heist, lock-in, or specialty restaurant? Heist. Hard. Heist. Every day.
Well,
I know, I don't think John liked it, but heist for me.
Right.
Or was it lock-in? Which is the one I loved?
Joe, we preferred the lock-in.
Oh,
it was the first one was the lock-in. So out of the two shows, the lock-in or the heist, I would say it might be different. That's the only thing, because the shows are never going to be the same.
I don't think John had a good.
No,
actors.
And I think a lot with the heist and the lock-in is that it's very inclusive. And if you get people in that don't want to get involved and are a bit, then it's not going to be the experience that you expect. We went and everybody was joining in and it was absolutely brilliant. But the lock-in and the heist. But I will say the food on Voyager is amazing. All of the specialities. Silver Fork, if you go to any, I would say go Silver Fork. But Cora La for the Talia experience, the curry, the Talia curry, you can't get it on the other Marella ships. So splash out. You're only on holiday once. But lock-in was our favourite. But we loved our characters as well. They were brilliant.
Diane, thank you for the thanks. John has put, that's what my mum said, you're always right now, beep off. I don't know what that means, but so John.
We're gonna be here another 5 minutes.
I know.
We've still got a bit of catching up.
Alan Minimus, be careful with the steamer in your cabin. Get too close to the smoke detector and it will set it off, as we found out. To be fair, I'm only doing small things. I hang mine up away from the smoke detector. In our room, the hangers were far enough away. The smoke detector was down towards I think it was the door, I'm not sure, in our room. So I was fine there. But yeah, you're totally right. Be careful what you do.
Yeah. We were fine. It didn't go off, but just be aware that it could then and do it as far away from it as possible.
Perna Depot has put on the excursions with lunch included. Do they have a veg option? They will do.
Yeah, there's veggie options everywhere.
Always.
And they're all very clearly marked with a V for what is veggie. What's the other one? There's a G. Oh,
gluten-free.
Gluten-free. Yeah. So you will see those markings in any of the restaurants on the menus.
Yeah, but even on excursions, they'll have that.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Harold met Sean. Sean was fantastic. Yes, he was.
Sean
amazing.
Was brilliant.
I'm pretty sure Harold was on our one. I'm sure he said last time he was on our cruise.
Yes.
Brian Dixon, hi, travel on Voyager in February. There are no specialty restaurants available to book at the moment. Do some become available near the cruise? Go on, Mick. I don't even answer this.
Right. On Voyager, right. Silver Fork, you will only be able to book when you get on board. You cannot pre-book Silver Fork. What we do is, as soon as we're on board, first night, we will go on the Navigate app and we book Silver Fork. I don't think you will have problem booking it. We just like to do it early because we can go the day we like. We normally like to do the top restaurant on our sea day at night, and so that it makes that day a bit more special. The others should appear usually about 3 months before you're due to cruise. I have heard that they can be later. So you can normally book Cora La, what's the other one on there? Surf and Turf, about 3 months before. And also you will find the Exchange, the Heist or the Lock-in, you will also find them under specialty restaurants, which is a bit of a strange place to put that when there's no food.
Hope that's answered your question. We're going to move on quickly. Jackie's put, I'd love to be on a cruise with you guys.
Hey,
Jackie, let's do it. Let's have a cruise.
We'll definitely put one out there at some point in the future. And if anybody comes, then we're more than happy to.
Joe has put Me Too Paul, but I don't know what that refers to. Me Too Paul. Me too. Okay, so Dan Power, the band, music, Unlimited were brilliant. And the Sun Disco was good fun. Mudslides were plentiful.
I love a mudslide.
The silent disco was awesome on Voyager. Absolutely insane. We loved it. We didn't get a chance to do it on Explorer because it was full of kids. No offense to anyone that has children, but they shouldn't be in nightclubs.
Yeah, it started at 11:30 and kids could go till 12 o'clock, which I don't think
Defeats
it was
the
the
object.
place for them, even at 11:30.
Yeah. Stuart McCullough, Kerry has just said my pants will be £3 or used as sale.
Turn them inside out, or don't wear any.
Kerry has put, agree with Paul, Stuart and I were just saying we would love to be on a cruise with you guys. Think you need to arrange a good cruise once your trainer's done. Do you know what? I genuinely would love to.
It'd be great. Just to put a cruise out there and say...
No, let's charter a cruise ship. We can do that. If we get enough people, we can charter a cruise ship.
The size of Marella?
Yeah. All right. We can all have like 7 cabins each.
We might get 3 people from. I don't think we'd get like 2,000.
We can all do our own cooking, pot noodles.
Hurry up, we're over.
Right, Michelle Howland. I'm liking how they did it at Backstage Tour Explorer. We didn't do that, but we know people that have done that and said it's fantastic. And
we'll probably do that next time.
John, June through to November is rainy season in the Caribbean, but like taking a lukewarm shower and high humidity.
Yeah. And they usually pass fairly quickly.
Yeah, I've heard that's the wet season then.
Because really, it's still hurricane season till the end of November, technically. June till November is hurricane. But I think the closer you get to the end of November, the safer it will be.
John has put, I understand you, Dave. Alan's from Cardiff to the posh bit. Who's Alan? Do I still sound like I'm from Cardiff, though? I hope not. No, I hope I do, actually.
You do. The nearer we get to Cardiff, the more it comes
All right,
back.
boys, what's happening? Okay, Jackie has put, explored the long-haul holidays, Oz, New Zealand, Bali, Thailand, etc. He wants to go to Bali.
I do. I want to do Bali, but I want to do Lombok next to it. But I want to do the South Pacific as well. That's my dream, is to go and do Marella and Tahiti and all that way.
John has put, try Pinot Mini taster break 3 nights all out of Southampton.
I will if he could get some holiday.
I have about 5 days off in a row, so that would be perfect. Jackie has put, got a few mobility problems now, so looking forward to relaxing as well. Oh, bless you. But they really accommodate to any mobility issues on Marella, so don't be afraid of that. Laura, a lot of us have a problem with having a job. No, just me. I'm the only one that has that problem, Laura, because unfortunately, I don't want to have to work because some of us don't.
But him having a job is also a problem for me because I can't travel.
He won't go on a cruise without me.
I've got the dog. Trust me. Who's going to look after the dog?
Okay, Jackie, but you need to get a longer slot, boys. 1 hour's not enough. I know.
We're not in a rush to finish, are we? We'll get through this.
I can see
although Dave's got to get ready to go back. I lose him for a week.
I can see our numbers dwindling.
Oh well, that's fine.
Steve Brown has put, like you, we are now looking at different cruise lines, possibly doing an Asian cruise in Feb 2000. We could be on the same one.
Celebrity Millennium, that's the one we were on.
I don't want to go back on that.
No.
Because I've done it. Not that it's rubbish, it's a lovely ship. I'm just saying I've done Celebrity Millennium. We were on concierge class, so if you get a chance, concierge class is stunning.
Yeah. That was the first cruise we did, and we had a balcony, and we've never had a balcony since, have we? Because
is your leg restless?
Oh, sorry. I've got my leg wobbling. But yeah, no, that'd be lovely, and I'd love to do an Asia cruise as well because I've never been to Singapore, and I'd love to do Singapore.
Yes, believe it or not, I'm not Asian, but that's where my father used to live. Right, so MF has put, my sister is a travel agent. She recommends Celebrity. We've got we don't actually use him, but one of our friends is a cruise salesperson. He sells cruises, and he always recommends Celebrity. We've done Celebrity once. I think it was too long ago. We need to do it again.
It is. I don't think you can.
No.
It wasn't that we didn't enjoy it. It was just that it was a lot more formal, wasn't it? We had to take tuxedos and suits, I think cruising has become a lot more relaxed nowadays. I think even Cunard have relaxed this. Yes, you can still have.
I still like the tradition. I just don't like to do it.
It's the packing, and we bought those tuxedos, and I think we only ever wore them once more after the cruise, and
was that when I sang at the concert?
Yeah, no,
yeah, it was.
Yes, it was the concert.
That was it.
So,
right, okay, sorry, we're going to have to. I do apologise, guys. Laura, but maybe try Virgin one for longer. I do that purely based on the fact it's adults only. It's not that I'm against kids. It's just the fact that when I was in the police, all I ever dealt with, I was a youth engagement officer in the police, and I didn't want to get away from kids. And then, of course, I go on holiday, and I was riddled with kids everywhere. So I like to go on holidays where there's no kids, and that's nothing against people with children. at all. It's just a preference. So please don't think I'm anti-kid.
I think we would definitely look into Virgin Cruises because the ships look lovely, and the fact that they're adults only, I think, is a big plus for us. But we saw a Resilient Lady, didn't we, in Kota, looking absolutely beautiful.
Pretty girl.
But we pinched the port. They had to tender.
Yes. Although I've heard there's rumour they're stopping that. It's getting too much. Right. Jackie has put Relocation Caribbean to Med. That would be a great cruise. Yeah. Yes. We'll do that one.
You could, and if you hang on, you might be able to get one of those at a really good price.
No, she was recommending that for the group cruise.
Oh, right. Yeah. 5 days at sea, partying. Dave doesn't like sea days, though.
I would with all these lot. Joe has put, I'd love to try a Virgin Cruise. Me too, to be fair. I'm just not too sure on their colour scheme, but that's just me. Steve Marley's put, how do you have the app if no internet?
Don't worry about that.
It's just on there.
It's automatic.
So you'll go on and it'll be a web page, and that's the only thing that works is the web page. So don't worry about that.
Yeah,
okay?
You don't need internet. It will just work.
And you can't get it until you're on board. Then it works. Okay, so don't worry. So when you try and sign up to the Wi-Fi, that's the page that comes up. So don't worry.
Oh, Susan, I'm trying to get him to go on a Norway cruise.
Susan, you can go with him because I don't want to go.
I want to do the fjords, but it'd be too cold. What a pussy.
Top Wi-Fi pack. Did he call me that on live? Top Wi-Fi package is now £99. I take it that's for the week. That's not too bad, really. £100.
Yeah, it is.
It is bad because it's rubbish, but £99 is probably a lot cheaper than most cruise lines.
I would definitely say never buy that top package because if you fall foul as I did, I was very lucky. I got my money refunded. But I would say go a smaller package, see how that is and how it lasts you. You can buy as many internet packages as you want when you're on the ship. So don't do what I did and think, oh, I've got that. It'll last me the whole 2 weeks. It lasted me less than a day. So buy a small one, see how you get on.
Yeah. Michelle has put, I'm thinking of working as a kids club staff on the Marella Expo when I am older. To be fair, the M Club staff, there was a couple of those we met there. They are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they I'm not saying they put up with because it must be so difficult. I mean, if you've ever put your kids in a nursery or that, there's a lot of crying, sometimes missing parents. They just quash all that. They are fantastic. To me, they are the forgotten about staff on a Marella cruise ship.
Yeah, because the kiddies clubs tend to be tucked away, aren't they? And we've seen the areas, but you're not going to go and there when they're in there. No,
but they are part of the Showcast. By that I mean they don't.
Yeah, so they'll come
shows,
out at the deck at night and they'll do the thing around the pool. But I mean, what a wonderful way to see the world and have fun. I think going on a cruise ship as an entertainer or working is a brilliant way because you will get to see the ports that you go.
Which show has the guy in high heels?
Him.
I don't know. I know there's a West End show called Kinky Boots.
But we've never seen Kinky Boots.
Oh no! He's on about the lock-in.
Oh,
he was the servant with the high heels on. Do you remember? I remember, John. It was the lock-in. The lock-in. He was
Was he a waiter?
He was a waiter, and he had the high heels on. Yeah.
Oh,
what's his
I can't
name?
remember
He
him.
was the really camp one.
Oh right.
I loved it. Rob Westford, but how do you find out if there is any celebrity entertainment on Voyager in March? Thanks, chaps. You don't. We didn't know what our entertainment was till we were on board, unfortunately.
No.
The only time you're ever going to know that is if you do the Sunset Cruise and it advertises the lineup.
I think the thing is as well, there's no guarantee that you could just go on one of the Facebook pages and say anybody on there at the moment, what guest acts did you have? But I don't think they're even going to be guaranteed they're going to be the same for every cruise. I think they just people that are brought in and they might only come and do the one cruise the once and it'll be somebody else next time. So it's very hard to find out. It's potluck when you get there.
Perna Depot, thank you, Perna Depot. You sound like an ex-Cardiff pub landlord. You know me too well, John. Jackie has put, you do sound Welsh. Wrexham, that's on my line. I signed that line on the trains.
Look out for him on the trains.
Yeah. Jack again. I did Lombok Bar this year. He wants to do that.
Was it nice? Is it worth going? I shouldn't ask questions because we've got to
go
in a minute.
People are saying goodbye.
Let's get to the end. Bye, Diane.
John has put such a shock not to see you drinking. We never drink. I can't drink anymore now. See with the trains. Jackie has put, that's what I'm doing in April, but I'll do it again with you
Nice.
guys. Hell
Hey.
yeah. Nice one. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you're
Thank you,
welcome,
Alan. Diane, goodbye.
Bye.
Harold, goodbye.
Bye.
Stephen, thanks, guys. When is the next live?
Every 2 weeks we're looking at the moment, unless you want to do one next week.
No, I might be knackered next week.
Okay, every 2. We'll stick to every 2 weeks. We don't want to over.
2 weeks, guys. So we will see you all
2
then.
weeks time.
It
I'll get it out advertised.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. It really makes our night.
Remember,
we love coming on live on a Sunday.
If you've got any more questions, this video is published. Just write them in the comments, and then we can answer them for you, or we'll bring them to the next live.
Or just come to our Facebook page and put the question on the Facebook page, and we're more than happy to help out on there as well. But look forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to try and get some videos out. We've still got a few hints, tips, and stuff to do, but obviously quite hard with not having any more cruises coming up.
Okay, on that one. Mwah.
Oh, we're going out on the trains though. Probably going to go and have a day out on the train if she's not train sick.
Yeah. Okay, no start.
Bye everyone. Take care out there.
Love you all.
And happy cruising for everyone of you that's got a cruise coming up very soon. John.
See you later. Yes, John. Enjoy.